What's up, guys? Micah with Car Thoughts here. Been thinking about the new Vantage. Thinking, I don't know how I feel about it. If you know me, then you know that I am a huge Aston Martin fan. I'm sitting in one right now. It's a 2015 V8 Vantage GT. I really enjoy it. If you know anything about Aston Martin, you know they have a pretty rich racing heritage, and they're also famous for James Bond films. I think that both of those things lend themselves, I guess, to sort of the feel of Aston Martins, at least up until this point. If you've never been in an Aston Martin, it's just everything's super classy. Like, I've got just machined aluminum gauges, analog gauges, and it feels classic. Like I'm in a 2015 that feels like I'm driving. You know, obviously it's got some modern technology in it, but it feels like I'm really driving kind of an old school car, especially with the manual transmission. Got the 6-speed, but it just feels like kind of a classic vehicle. Like there's the modern amenities, like I can Bluetooth my phone to the stereo, but it really just feels kind of like a classic car. I also have a 66 Mustang, and I don't think that until I bought, I had a previous Vantage to this one. It was a 2007 V8 Vantage, and I don't think that I felt like kind of the excitement of driving a car like I did when I was 16 years old. If you can remember that excitement of just being able to drive. So my 66 Mustang I got when I was 15, restored kind of with my dad, and then that's what I started driving in, drove to high school. And it was just, if you remember that excitement, that's what getting that first Vantage kind of did for me. It was like I was like a 16-year-old kid just getting able to drive for the first time. And that's kind of how I like this Vantage better than my first Vantage. Just some of the things that it has, as far as options, and then I like the color combination. But it just makes you feel kind of a certain way, and it gives you that, I don't know, it just feels like you're actually driving the car. So many cars today, I'm a big save the manuals guy, but it's got kind of that old school feel. And even in a lot of manual transmissions today, like saying, a newer Mustang or something like that, you've got an electronic clutch, and so you don't have that kind of just response that you get when you're using a hydraulic clutch or something like that, where you can just really feel it when you're shifting, and it just doesn't give you that kind of classic feel. And this car really does. That's what I really like about Aston Martin, is that it gives you that kind of, it's like a classic car in a modern time, and I think they're kind of starting to move away from that. So I don't know, I've been kind of just watching those. I mean, they've really got some cool upgrades to them. If you know anything about them, they've got a partnership with AMG now, and they're sticking some AMG motors in there. They've got some turbos and stuff that they're sticking in them, LCD screens, that sort of thing. It's just a lot of modern stuff. It doesn't have that classic feel, I feel like, anymore, and I don't know how I feel about it. So if you guys have some thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them. And yeah, let me know what you think of the new Vantage. I want to know. So talk to you later.